Hello everyone, in this short video I would like to explain how to present two graphs side by side using Origin Pro. So let's start here, Origin. Now this is the data here. We would like to present this data. The first two columns here represents the band structure, and these two columns here represents the density of states. So I would like to present the band structure and side by side with density of electronic states. So in Origin, we can just import the data using the file here, import, or we can just copy and paste the data as is, like this one here, copy, and go to the Origin interface and just paste the data. So once we paste this data here, there's no need for this delete here. Now, from this one here, this is A, B, D, E. Now, X, Y, this has to be X. So right click here, set as X. Now, XY, XY. Now, to present them first, we have to graph this one first, using this one here. And just minimize it small, like this. And go to the data sheet here and represent the second two columns. And this one like this one here. Now, before going further, we have to set the graph and make it more perfect, more clear. Now, let's just zoom the area that we are interested in. In band structure, we're actually interested in this area like this one here. And in band structure, now let's make the figure more clear here. This one, delete one, this one here. And set the axes and make axis left, right, up, and down. So double click on any of the axes here and see here the tile here at the bottom. This one, the bottom here. Make the thickness, it's up to you, but just make it like 3 and measure text. No need for this one here. And none, because this is band structure. It goes from gamma to K. Now, the top, as you can see here, there is no axis. So just show the axis and make it none. And this one, none. Again, make the thickness here equal to 3. Left, just make it here 3. And just leave it out in this one here. Now, the right, again, no axis here. We just add the axis in the right side here and make it 3. Okay, and it has to be N for this one, N. Okay, apply. You see here, we just set the axes and make it more clear. Now go to scale in this one here, and the vertical one, make the increment. As you can see here, the increment here, it's very large, so we can just make it less than 2, make it just 0.5, and apply this one here. And let's make the numbers here more clear and larger than this one here. Just like go here, minor text, take labels here and make it, it's 24 and make it bold. We apply this one here. This is the bottom. Going to the left here, make it 24 and make it bold. This one like this here. At the bottom axis right here, we don't need actually the numbers here because we would like to use the gamma k instead. So if we go to tick labels and untick some major labels, you can see here, apply, it goes out. Okay. Now if you double click on the lines here, or this one here, and make it 2, for instance, and apply, it's very clear right here. And okay. Now on A here, no need for this one here, use this one and write the letter capital G, highlight this one here, and on this one here, alpha beta, you make it gamma. Again, let's make it bigger, 28, and make it bold. Perfect. Now the other point is K. It's really one zone path. So K here, and highlight alpha beta to be like this one here, and make it 26 as well, and bold. Just drag it here. That's it. Now on the other side here, if we write band gap measured in electron volt, write this one here, and this is to be band gap. Okay, so this figure here is ready. Now let's go back to the other one. Just minimize this one here. Let's do the same procedure for the other one. I'll make it very quick here. Let's do here the axes. Same procedure here. Make it 3 and apply. At the bottom, it has to be 3. Apply and top show axis and make it N and N. Apply right here, make it 3. Apply and the right show axis, make it N, N and 3. Apply. Okay, and we can zoom this one here. Again, we are interested in this almost the same area here, this one right here, and double click on the axis, make the point 24 and bold, and at the same time, let's say like this one here, scale. Now the increment here, just make it 0.5 because it's very large, 5 points, and apply. Okay. Now double click on this one here, make it same thing here, 2, apply. Good. Now we would like to draw these two figures side by side in order to represent the band gap here in this band structure with the density of states in this one here. So we would like here to merge these two graphs in one graph. So go to graph and merge graph windows, open dialog, this one here. Now from this dialog here, as we can see these two graphs above each other, we would like to make them side by side next to each other. So if we go here, number of rows should be 1 and number of columns should be 2. You see, like this one here. And this is the band structure, and this is the density of electronic states. Now we would like to set up this graph more clear. Now let's go here. The vertical gap, make it 10. This one here. The horizontal gap, make it 0, because we would like to merge this y-axis with this y-axis and make it just 1. And the vertical gap 10, left margin 15, and right margin is another 15, like this one here. Top margin is also 15, and this one here. And the bottom margin, now it's not a big deal here. And the graph has to be, it's either landscape or portrait, like this one. And you can just modify the width and the height of this whole figure right here. Now, if we make the width like 12 and the height make it 14, this one here, and it's in inches like this. Okay, another okay. That's it. Now we just here set up the graph in this one here, but this graph here require more modifications. Now we don't need actually these points here. We double click on them and make the minor axis, this one here, is just gone. Now we also need to remove this whole axis in the second graph. If you go to the left, this one here, and go to tile and format here, and just remove this one like this one here. So we only keep here the right axis for the band structure graph, this one here, and okay. Another thing here, this density of states does not reflect the band structure right here. So in this case, we have to make it exactly match. So if we go to this graph, this one here, and see exactly the vertical axis starting from where and ending to where. So this axis is actually starting from, let's make it minus 0.75, just to remember it. And the increment, just make it like 0.3, and ending in 2, just 2, this one here. And remember these two numbers, minus 0.75 until 2 with increment equal to 0.3, and just make apply. Now, okay, for this one here, go to the minor text and the left side for this graph, for this states, this one here, and pick up the scale. The scale here for density of states goes from, just make it minus 0.75 and with increment 0.3 and until just 2. Apply. You see this now density of states graph represents this band structure area. One more thing, no need for this part here. Again, back to the left one here and scale. Minor and text. Apply. Okay. Now we just represent the band structure and the density of states side by side as we want in the first place. So let's just increase the size for this one here, make it like 48. Now this one here, let's make it bigger and make it like 24, bold, apply, and let's rename this one here and rename it density of states, which is electrons. Let's make it bigger. Let's 36 like this one here and make it bold. Now this density of states, electrons per eV, this one here. Now that's it. This is the graph that we are interested in representing, this one here. We can just rename the title for this one here. It's band structure density of states. Again, let's just make it bigger. We can just make it 36, for instance, and make it bold. Or you can name it whatever you want. Now, before ending, we have to export this graph here and make it like export graph, open dialog here. And it has to be not encapsulated PostScript, it should be like GIF is the best one. And let's rename it band structure density of states. Okay. Now, if you go to the origin workplace here, and this one here, this is the one that we just draw. Right click, open with photos, this one right here. Now, if we just edit the image, we can crop the image if we want to. This like this to eliminate the white spaces. Perfect. Yes. Yes. Here's the band structure and density of states side by side. Now back to the origin file. Let's see here, this one, and let's save it and just name it band structure density of states and name it just one. Save the file. Now this one here is the one we just created. If we make a copy of this one, copy, paste, and rename it band structure density of states to here. Now if we open this one here, all what we have to do is just replace the old data with the new data. So if we have another data and we would like to present it the same way here, we just copy the new data and replace it with the old data, and that's it. The graph will automatically be modified. That's it. Thank you for watching.